Namaskaram. Welcome to Prayathnam's YouTube channel. Today we feature the poet Saint Jayadeva who penned the Gīta Gōvindaṁ, revolving around the love of Radha and Krishna. Jayadeva was born in a humble Brahmin family. There is a debate about the place of his birth. Some believe it is Kenduli, which is modern Mithila, while others say it is Kindubilva, which is near the city of Puri. Although Jayadeva was a learned Sanskrit scholar and a skilled poet, he chose to live the life of an ascetic, wandering from place to place until he reached the city of Puri. There was something about this place that mesmerized him, and he chose to spend the rest of his life dedicating it in the service of the Lord. It was in this very temple that he met Padmavathi, who was a Devadasi and who later became his wife. Jayadeva soon rose to the rank of the court poet of King Lakshmana Sena of Bengal. This king patronized Sanskrit learning and Vaishnavism. There are references to the fact that Jayadeva had penned other works, but it is the Gīta Gōvindaṁ which is considered to be his masterpiece. This is a dramatic lyrical poem of 12 sargas and 24 songs, each song further divided into 8 stanzas or charanas. Ashta in Sanskrit means 8 and Padi or Padiga means stanza, and therefore the name aṣtapadi. Radha is an epitome of Madhura Bhava or Madhurya Bhava that is so much a part of the Jagannatha cult. It is believed that Radha stands for the Jivatma who aspires to be united with Krishna, the Paramatma. The Sakhi or her confidant plays the role of the Guru who leads the Jivatma to reach the Paramatma. Radha in the Gīta Gōvindaṁ is referred to as Mugdhavadu, Bhavini and Manini. On the other hand, you find Krishna is considered as the Supreme Lord by Jayadeva. His relationship with all living beings are best extolled in the 10 incarnations or Dashavatārams which come in the Gīta Gōvindaṁ. His relationship with human beings is seen in the form of a cowherd playing on the flute. And of course, his relationship with an individual is seen best in the romantic and passionate love that he has for Radha. Krishna is also known by various other names like Hari, Madhava, Keshava, and Yadunandana. These names extol his greatness, his attributes, and of course, his magnanimity. The style in which Jayadeva wrote was simple, and yet the words and the sentiments they evoked were so closely interlinked. In form, it defied all categorization in any classical genre. The use of rhyme, alliteration, and measured rhythm all add to the visual imagery that is so much a part of this love poem. Jayadeva wrote in Sanskrit. He had a direct approach, and that had a wide appeal to the erudite scholar as well as to the common man who was fueled by intense and religious devotion. His mudra or signature was his very name itself, Jayadeva. Shri Jayadeva Kavi is the way he concluded most of the songs, and it is in one particular aṣtapadi that you find that he used Padmavathi Ramana for the first time and then continued it thereafter. Padmavathi Ramana has an interesting story. It is believed that while he was penning one of the poems, which feature as the 19th Aṣtapadi, he wrote the words Smaragarala Khandanam, Mama Shirasi Mandanam, Dehi Pada Pallava Mudaram, which means, O Radha, the poison of love has gone to my head. Please place your tender feet on my head so that I can find some relief. But upon writing these words, he felt it was sacrilege to ask a mere mortal to place her feet on the Lord himself. Jayadeva scored off these words and left it aside and went to have a bath. It is believed that Krishna came in the guise of Jayadeva and rewrote those very words, giving it divine sanction. But the darshana, or the glimpse of his glorious form, was given only to his wife Padmavathi. Even Jayadeva had not seen Krishna, and that is the reason why he addresses himself as Padmavathi Ramana, or the husband of Padmavathi. There is an interesting story of this very Aṣtapadi being known as the Darshana Aṣtapadi as well as the Sanjeevani Aṣtapadi. Darshana Aṣtapadi because that Padmavathi got a glimpse of the beautiful form. Sanjeevani Aṣtapadi because this had the efficacy to bring someone who was dead back to life. King Lakshmanasena was very fond of Jayadeva and they would travel together, much to the irritation of the queen who disliked it. She was jealous of both Jayadeva and Padmavathi, who had earned so much respect in the kingdom. She decided to play a prank on Padmavathi and told her that her lord Jayadeva had met with a tragic end when he had accompanied the king on a hunt. Upon hearing these words, Padmavathi fell in a swoon and died. The queen realized her mistake but did not know what to do, and the king was furious to know the outcome of all of this. Jayadeva was unperturbed because he believed that this Aṣtapadi had the efficacy to bring her back to life, which it did. As he sang this Aṣtapadi, Padmavathi got up as if she woke up from sleep. That is the reason why it is known as the Sanjeevani Aṣtapadi. King Lakshmanasena also had written a parallel work which he believed was far superior to that of Jayadeva. But the legend goes like this: both the pieces of work, King Lakshmanasena's as well as Jayadeva's, was placed in the sanctum sanctorum of the Jagannatha temple. The next day morning, it was believed that Jayadeva's Gīta Gōvindaṁ was seen in the hands of the deity, while that of the king was seen in the corner of the room. This proved that the Lord himself had preferred Jayadeva's work over that of the king's. The Gīta Gōvindaṁ, in its original manuscript, does mention the use of certain ragas for certain Aṣtapadis. But nowhere in the work do we find a mention of a tala to be employed. The birthplace of the Aṣtapadi is somewhere near Orissa or Bengal, but it has spread to different parts of India and is seen in the different classical dance styles too. Most of these classical dance styles have adapted this composition, and today performing artists have made it an important composition to be featured as part of their repertoire. We find this Aṣtapadi being rendered as part of ritual in the Jagannatha temple even today. Far down south in Kerala, this tradition is maintained as part of ritual worship. There are musicians who stand near the sopanam or the stairs leading to the sanctum sanctorum. They sing these Aṣtapadis while playing on the edekya, and this is a regular feature seen in the Krishna temples of Kerala. The Aṣtapadi also offers scope to the dancer to delineate the different nayikas that are seen as the aṣtanāyikas. And this is one such piece that I would like to demonstrate, showing a Virahōtkhaṇdita Nayika, where the Sakhi explains the pitiful state in which Radha is in. She is lean and weary, and she longs to have a glimpse of Krishna and to be united with him. She looks at Manmatha in great fear, but that fear turns into Shringaram, as even that seems to look like Krishna to her. She embraces it and she is at peace. Little does she realize that is only a figment of her imagination. Sa Virahē tava dīnā.
Sa Virahē tava dīnā, sa Virahē tava dīnā. Madhava manasija vishikabhaya diva bhavanaya tvayi भावनया त्वयि लीना, भावनया त्वयि लीना. निन्दति चन्दनं इन्दुकिरणमनु विन्दति खेदं अधीरं. व्यालनिलय मिलनेन गरलमिव कलयति मलय समीरं. सा विरहे तव दीना, माधव मनसिज विशिकमया दिव भावनया त्वयि लीना, भावनया त्वयि लीना, भावनया त्वयि लीना.
I hope you enjoyed this. Do encourage this endeavor and support us by subscribing to our YouTube channel. Thank you. Namaskaram.